best in radio listen.
From New England Bill Studios, good morning and welcome to the fourth edition of your program Good Morning Saloon for this week. We come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today is Monday, August 3rd, 2026, and we bring the program to you this Monday morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
And Musa Kamara, good morning. And we thought of the day say success is a journey, not a destination. Women, now waiting you the land and how we dey improve day by day matter. Women points them in Saturday edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. President Julius Maada Bio say if the private sector and development partner them come together and support in government with agriculture equipment like machine, fertilizer and other one them, that go make farmer them able plant thing them where Saloon people go eat and sell to other country then. One High Court judge, Justice Santigi Sori Bangura, na Connaught District, don't sentence one Amos Air Daniel for go 215-year jail after we the court found him guilty say he rape and kill 1 2-year-old pikin. And today inside the program we go talk to the Vice Chairperson Human Rights Commission Saloon, Victor Idrissa Lansana Esquire, and the Acting Chairperson National Democratic Alliance Party, Sheriff Barry. We said them go talk about the 2025 Constitutional Amendment Bill, where Member of Parliament them they look inside now. And also we go talk to the first-term public relations officer for the Saloon Bar Association, Alfred Kamanda, and the Chief Executive Campaign for Human Rights and Development International, Abdul Fatoma. We said we go talk about the outcome of the Saloon Bar Association AGM with council.
Members say they listen we live on www.getthedemocracy.sl and selfie the gets we from a different radio partner them across the country.
You dey listen we live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM na Freetown, Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Kolente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moi 105.5 na Kailau, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando on 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Advocacy Radio na Potloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 na Tonko Limba, Art FM on 95.9 na Moyamba District, and Tongo Radio on 107.5 FM.
The program na Good Morning Saloon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You can send your comment or ask question, and you go send them now with WhatsApp number when at 0779819181, or you send them on the number 0779819181 on our Radio Democracy Facebook page and YouTube page. The program na Good Morning Saloon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we'll bring the program to you this Monday morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
Musa Kamara minim. And before we look at the first issue, Usman, the rain. Are you see on your way coming?
The rain, I don't know if now I'm at say July women expect say at least rain go come, kind of way, but this morning, from last night to this morning, the kind of rain we come. Nearly to we the feel and for car most of the buffer they don't fly this morning.
Now we bath month, and this morning for come the like Chinese embassy, all area flood. No vehicle no go access no keke, no bike. Coming to Wilberforce, 2 EDSA poles them for don't day. So if you drive this morning, avoid the Wilberforce axis just from by my own mess or by the junction for entering inside 34 Military Hospital. It totally block off as we see solar panel for down and EDSA cable or pole, and also fence self broke nada and a lot of damage this morning. Hope say the Freetown City Council and the Saloon Roads Authority and partners them go out this morning and help clear some of them here, and also EDSA take note of them property them around the city because a lot of them don't collapse?
I just the wonder how Eastern go then. I just the watch Adeyemi.
No, Adeyemi go give your experience.
Because Eastern then get in you need to win. But nevertheless, we call on authority that we concern is we issue happen. We call on now for good this morning a look inside the issue. Yeah.
And we start to look at issues. We go as Parliament don't agree for the 2026 supplementary budget. The Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, say from January 2026 to now, government don't able for export over $300 million worth of goods. A talk list at the well of Parliament where even they tell member them now Parliament but waiting day inside the 2026 supplementary budget. For more on this, we join Cherno Jallo.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I move that the bill entitled the Supplementary Appropriation Act 2026 be read the first time.
The Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, the table the 2026 supplementary budget in Parliament for make Parliament will look inside these documents and agree for her. The theme for this supplementary budget now strengthening the budget credibility to safeguard macroeconomic stability and protect livelihood of citizens. As a don't table the document, the Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, been go before and tell members of Parliament about how the country economy been like inside 2025.
Economic growth was stronger than anticipated, reaching 4.8% in 2025, higher than the projected 4.5%, driven by increase in agricultural output, an increase in iron ore production, and expansion in manufacturing and service sectors. So, Speaker, honorable members, inflation continued its downward trajectory, falling to 4.4% in December 2025, from 13.8% in December 2024, and 52.2% in December 2023. Total export earnings increased to $1.6 billion in 2025, from $1.5 billion in 2024, while the import bill decreased $2 billion from $2.1 billion over the same period.
The supplementary budget can happen after every 6 months inside the first half of the year. So I've been told like inside the first year of the 2026 budget. Let me listen to what the Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, tell members of Parliament.
Inflation, which had fallen to 4.4% in December 2025, rose to 8.1% in February and further 14.8% in June 2026. Total exports amounted to $376 million in Q1 of 2026 compared to $426.9 million in Q4 of 2025. The gross foreign reserve increased to 2.3 months of import cover at the end of June 2026, from 2 months of import cover at December 2025. Domestic revenue collection during the first half of 2026 amounted to 10.3 billion millions, which is 5.5% of GDP, below the revised target of by 369,000 millions. The shortfall was mainly accounted for by lower than projected collection of goods and services tax, customs and excise duty, and road user charges. The total grants received during the first half of the year amounted to 1.4 billion millions, 0.7% of GDP. The Speaker, honorable members, total expenditure and net lending amounted to 16.4 billion, which is 8.8% of GDP, below the revised target by 479 million.
Because the budget's not been do well inside the first half of 2026 because of plenty reason them, make the minister say it decide to out another supplementary budget for this year.
Revisions to the original 2026 budget. The volatility in the global oil market is impacting negatively on the economies of low-income oil importing countries, including Sierra Leone, with adverse implications for macroeconomic and fiscal management. These developments warrant a revision of the original 2026 fiscal framework to accommodate the impact of conflicts on our public finances. Economic growth for 2026 has been revised downward. Inflation is higher than initially anticipated, while the terms of trade has deteriorated. Therefore, the macroeconomic framework which underpinned the original 2026 revenue and expenditure projections no longer holds.
The Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, go before and tell Member of Parliament them what our government plan for get a more couple and self-spend them in the last 6 months of the year 2026 so that the government no go find itself in a situation where be there inside the first half of 2026.
The government will, one, implement the remaining tax measures in the 2026 Finance Act to further broaden the GST base and extend the circulation levy to commercial boats. Expenditure management measures. The government will continue to implement measures to ensure that spending remains within the budgeted allocations. In this regard, the government will continue to implement the medium-term wage bill management strategy to prevent overruns in wage bills. Recruitment and in-year adjustment to salaries will be done within the wage bill envelope. The spending on goods and services will be contained by strengthening commitment controls and cash management, not only to ensure budget credibility, but to also support the rebuilding of foreign exchange buffers.
With then statement here, so it be reach them for make member them of Parliament debate this particular document, and after 4 hours of debate, Parliament will finally agree for them. A Radio Democracy could bring you the updates then they inside other reports them. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, Achong Nojalo, the report.
Well, from that report today, the program Good Morning Salunde continue to come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. In case you just join we, today they talk to the Vice Chairperson Human Rights Commission, Salum Victor Idris Lassana Esquire, and the Acting Chairperson, now the National Democratic Alliance Party, Sheriff Barry. We said we'll talk about the 2025 Constitutional Amendment Bill with Member of Parliament, them they look inside now. And also we'll talk to the first 10 Public Relations Officer for Salum Bar Association, Alfred Kamanda, and the Chief Executive Campaign for Human Rights and Development International, Abdul Fatoma. We said then we'll talk about the outcome of the Council Bar Association AGM. For sake of that, I want to welcome Alfred Kamanda na the program. Alfred, good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, 98.1. Good morning, the people of Sierra Leone.
Abdulem Fatoma, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, thanks for having me.
Pleasure and Sheriff Barry, good morning and welcome to the program.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Good morning to Sierra Leoneans.
Okay, we expect for be joined in the studio by Victor Lansana anytime from now. But inside the program, we start with the Council Bar Association, the AGM, where for be Friday and Saturday, but we will see police block the entrance of the Bintumani Conference Center. We been prevent them. We see press release from the Salon Bar Association and other press release where they say for caretaker, what in this mean for the bar, and Alfred Kamanda been they part of the planning of that program where he been later resigned from in position. We take a look inside this issue, Alfred Kamanda. We start with you. On a note that Alfred Kamanda be done send a resignation letter. The executive don't accept the resignation?
Well, I don't get any conversation yet from the executive formally in respect of the resignation.
But they don't receive your letter?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Start for tell listeners, you've been the part of the planning process for the AGM. What in exactly happened? We make the AGM not all, or we lead to blockade?
Yes, this one came out as a complete surprise to we and me, in fact, because we don't do everything. We don't expend huge sums of money for rent the hall, the Bintumani Conference Center. We also don't pay for me them fix up the hall. Then we actually write. The irony is that we wrote a letter to the Sierra Leone police for security. Yeah. And the main confirm say yes, then go come and provide security. We also don't send invitations, so we guest them to the radio stations because we actually want to make Kenima right. That's the many wrong things that will happen at Kenima, no prevent and this time around. So it was not just about the elections itself. We want to make day one a day where people they go and go learn and relearn plenty things them this particular conference and AGM. Unfortunately for we, after all of this In fact, some people come out from Bo, Kailaung, Kenima, Kono, Makeni, and other places around the country. Come, they don't actually dinner their hotel rooms them. For make them call me in the morning because me been there around the hotel area then sending there and call me in the morning that we don't come, we want access the venue, and the police then say no, we know they access the venue. I say really? I say yes. I say okay, well I prepare. So I had to rush up and then I come. I go talk to the police then. What's happening here? We don't call una say una can provide security for we. Why una they stop we enough for enter the venue? And then we get for tell we say, well, then get orders from above for say may nobody no enter the venue. Orders from above from Uda. Uda na this post we give this order from above there. Well, we get orders from above. It's something way very painful. Something way I feel say not for the happen at this country anymore. Because when you say orders from above, it erodes the issue of accountability. It takes away transparency. Because you are know that at this person and they will not tell you. And then the next thing is they then go begin to tell you, say push, go behind. If not so that, so go take the next action and things like that. And it's not a gathering of lawyers, for Christ's sake. We don't call una say una can't provide security. Waiting at this issue, you don't have a court order. You don't have anything past raw power. Brute force. So to me, it was not okay. Then after that, because that means he say the gates they before, like say where you go Bintu Mani, then get a gate before you enter Bintu Mani. So now that ended them in there. And after some time, then decide say, okay, we don't even allow them for can closer to Bintu Mani. So they brought the barricade down to the roundabout. Right. So you get a number of people now we come. Of course, there's a number of them. Like there is Harris, we come out from Bo, then some other guys them from Kono and all of them places. And even my colleagues them from Chambers. And Radio Democracy people who invites for telling us say this is a situation we come. They're all able to get access to. So even cross that first barricade. So then call me, Ebo Commander, what's in the happen? What's in the happen? And I was there. I felt so powerless as an executive member because you are there to serve your own people. Okay. If you don't organize an event like this, not to just for Freetown people, not even assume saying for Freetown people, but people don't come on at different places, don't come, don't expend their own money them, because that day it's not just about you fuel where they fuel your vehicle, it's not just about your food where they eat, it's not just about your hotel room, it's also about your shoe where you get for wear, your suits where you get for wear, and all of them things. Then they so.
Commander, we've been there at the ground during the terror incident happened, and one thing I noticed now that even people we been staying have been to money and other hotels there around them, they find it difficult for enter the place. Even the media, even though you talk, say they allow they not agree. And you mention orders from above where you say the police and say from Friday to now, una don't able to identify who not the person we give the orders from above.
Not at all, and that's equally very painful.
Right. So yes. You still stand by your position that you no longer deserve the bar association.
At all, in protest for waiting happen and for sure the people of Sierra Leone say things get for change. People get for accept say this not for be the normal. We are in if you're not okay with a particular set of people for run the affairs of an independent body, you give orders from above for me, then disrupt the whole process. That has to change. Completely has to change. And I look at Sierra Leone as a country. We go back to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission reports. You look at how governments been they interfere in institutions like the Bar Association, SLAJ, and then other independent bodies. If you don't allow these independent bodies for survive and operate independently, what happens?
So meaning government in the Pauna issue.
Of course, the police not government. If
Alright.
the police go disrupt the whole process, who is that? It's government.
All right. One thing where one of your colleague them talk boldly they all over social media we na sawana na that he alleged saying that the AG na send people them for let them go disrupt the program.
The AG is a fine gentleman, and to me, a mentor. Of course, when I received the first call, Nadani then tell me say, oh, the AG say, the AG say they receive orders from the AG that will not for enter. However, when me candy as a lawyer, I not go ask them say AG say no enter. I had to ask them why when I don't stop we from entering this hall. They not tell me as a person say na AG say may we not enter. Waiting and tell me that orders from above say let we not enter at all.
Alfred Commander, continue for stay with me inside the program on this matter. Will come back to you? Will come to Abdul M. Fatoma? Good morning again and welcome to the program.
Good morning, sir.
You don't follow the issue of the bar. What thing you take on as somebody we don't follow national issues and don't talk on them?
The whole situation very unfortunate, embarrassing, and shameful, and disgraceful. And let we go home with the bar. The bar association at any democratic society, one of its primary duties that for ensure say then defend independent judiciary, and protect and promote the rule of law, and also educate citizens on constitutional right issues, or take up public litigations, meaning issues where they in the law, where citizens get a lot of misunderstanding with, what we go say conflict in understanding. Then be able for go na Supreme Court for interpretations, or something like the thing what we do with the university, where we take the public interest litigation against Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. These are the role of bar association, like at a part of the International Bar Association and other legal professional group within Europe. And but when you come home, you get a bar way show himself as very irresponsible and very disrespectful to corporate governance. Why are they say this? The current template, the M&A template, with the Sierra Leone Bar Association they use, now the 1960 law template. And when we as a country transform from that colonial law in 2009, for let we get the New Companies Act, a grace period been there for all registered companies, including limited by guarantee. That's 6 months if you renew your certificate and also move to the current Company Act template. But the Sierra Leone Bar Association never, ever, as we speak now, not agree for move. So they hold on onto a system where even archaic, we're not up to 21st century. And this particular thing don't help for create chaos among them. And people outside, they now feast on that weakness and that chaos where they inside the bar association. And mind you, before the 60s, the bar didn't they even operate. That let in with either 1999 or 2000, around that time, now in the register. Some of the lawyers will be registered as some then they now at the appeals court, some they don't pass away, may they are so rest in peace. But look at the other young people that we don't can serve that executive. So even the two camps and now where they intend, both don't see this M&A. No honest or genuine effort. And again, for let a bar go be more stronger, in as much as you M&A perceived by statutory as your constitution, you also need a supplementer. Either you get a bylaw or you get a constitution. The West Africa Bar Association recently with them meet in Ghana. They set up a committee for let them look into the young constitution. The country where they host the West Africa Bar Association, they also register as a company limited by guarantee. But that no push them away for let them not get a supplemental, either standing order or bylaw or constitution. So when you look at the Sierra Leone Bar Association, they only get that document. You know, we're so archaic. We're one or two people. And even when we look even to the Company Act, a membership organization like SLAJ Constitution or the Sierra Leone Bar Association, they rely solely on the Company Act, M&A, because it gets serious conflict also. It gets flaws in it. Because it not get that democratic tendency. You would have vote like any business shareholder had in the vote. And one are members. So it's so sad. And coming to the police, you see a clear weakness in the governance system in this country. For an assistant inspector general of police to now before the media nationwide and talk say then constrained as a police and they don't get order from above. First, if the LUC say that day, we raise the issue, maybe we will go further for let the police management board investigate. Now a representative from the police management board come openly, clearly, in sadness, express these utterances. It shows nothing but weakness in our governance system in this country.
All right.
The police get statutory responsibility, and get law obligation for ensure say them provide security for everybody. But in the way where police go abuse that process, then it becomes a concern and as a challenge to we as a citizen. So the bar, for me, need for go home. This 6 months, if they set up a caretaker, let them just forget about election now, and let them try for fix up the governance system first before they go into election. If they go into any election, the executive way they will get that the same crisis. You get bar currently as they are in the campaign, then they throw counter allegations of possible misappropriations of funds, abuse of authority where they give each other. I mean, it's sad and painful. How you want let investor get confidence in Sierra Leone when the lawyers that we were able for galvanize or advise on commercial law, intellectual property, and other, corporate laws, then they in disarray.
Okay. Now, Mr. Fatoma, on Friday, plenty people believe saying that history repeat from Kenema to Freetown. And if you mean they not the gun, you the suicide lawyer that they use the N word. I mean, abusive language, serious one to themselves. They go close to themselves for faith. And then people they are very civilized and are people everybody they look up to. What in this mean if you get a kind caliber of people and they come down to the layman in attitude for express themselves?
Yeah, not to everybody they look up to. I respect it for the legal profession. But like when you come to Sierra Leone, you get a different outlook. And this, sometimes you worried. These people, they're not human beings, and some come on from a very different background. You get well-behaved lawyers, highly respected, and some even pass somebody tell you, say, this is not a lawyer. But yeah, you get people, they even their WhatsApp, then they say lawyer, so lawyer, Sasa, Esquire, this, even to the point to them, when you get a very weak governance system in a country, now the result then is, if we get the Legal Practitioners Act really invoke the serious active, all the lawyers and we display such disrespect to the profession and disrespect to the people of this country, therefore they under sanction. But guess what? It not go be, because maybe some of the occupants then we go in that disciplinary committee, then get similar track record like some of these boys and girls or men and women where display such a reckless, unruly, behavior.
Now, let we look at the issue of the AGM being cancelled. Till date's no official communication from the Salone Police as to what exactly happened, apart from the address from the AIG West. And you say it shows weakness in the governance system.
Yeah.
Let we look at the action of the police. What really it communicates for the future of the country as we go into elections and other activities?
The future, the present, the past, the present, and the future. We all know, with security forces, has always been used as a political tool at this country. We don't try as much as we could as a country, and also with development partners, for ensure, we train police for be professional and for be independent in doing their work. But then, one thing we keep seeing, we the monitor police cells, we organization, when they go meet people then our police, we na civil matter. They don't spend more than even the normal time the way the law say, therefore they did. And we they see if somebody succeed a police officer, even the police officer and enforce, succeed the person, in response the person back succeed her. And they hold him, they go locker. We see police officer they beat keke rider, right? So we don't see a lot of recklessness from police in this country, and also the military. We don't see the incident in there, discipline in there. I mean, one thing about Fire Salone, he's a very fine gentleman. One-on-one with me and I don't work. Give me the free hand for monitor police and cow report and criticize the police, and he go ensure he do the correct thing for fix the thing in there. And for me, in recent time, he's one of the most passionate IG at this country in terms of reforming the police, building structure. Same thing to the CDS. We don't report military personnel where then go guard room for their action. We don't report police officers we go through disciplinary action. But this one way display, it come up from a senior management. I don't know the disciplinary action or which instruction, because if police act from their end and day, now from the presidency, the instructions and they go come on. If management, these are police management board. Maybe the Minister of Internal Affairs, the president, the vice president and president. So now, if the police not come transparently, for actually tell we waiting to be the security risks for them for stamp them foot and postpone that, and then left a cloud hanging over the president of this country, over the vice president of this country, over the Minister of Internal Affairs. It just translates to we waiting be happen where we been the one party state and where we been the try for metamorphose for carrying to multi-party democracy.
Now, when this happened to the lawyers, people say, oh, lawyer, they cry for justice. And they say if police block lawyers, they know for enter, what thing will happen to ordinary people if police block them. But till date, the police not come out, like you mentioned, make any official statement as to the security risk or what make that leads to this. Now, make I ask you earlier about the future of this country.
I mean, we're there in an anxiety mode. We like you don't know how tomorrow will be. That are the kind of picture we're there in currently when it comes to security. The one thing I want to tell you, the one way they write the thing and they get right to their opinion. No country not the way lawyer they above the law. Lawyer not they above the law. Even the president of the country, even the king or the queen of that country, not they above the law. The law protects her and get immunity, but that not prescribed in any law that say the authorities and they above. Even this country, President Bio as the current president, they're above the laws of this country. It's subject to the laws of this country. Now, in make way they do in appointment there, then they reference to the power with the law of this country again. So lawyer, it don't mean say because lawyer go to court, go argue case, a winner, a loser, they're above the law. No way. So, but because the sad thing is that when they say some of these things about with judiciary, they get lawyers them now then they feel the pain. And the process is the process we pass through before even the Friday incident. Clearly they show dissatisfaction, and a sense of inefficiency, incompetency, display.
All right. Mr. Fatoma, all things don't come out clear. Say we get two camps there now na the bar association. We get Tuma, they will get Martina, and because of that, we don't see throwback to themselves. What are the reason we make you think say at this moment we don't get two different camp, and plenty people believe say politics they play around, then two people there we they stand for be president for the bar association.
You don't believe say politics they play?
No, I just ask.
Okay,
Sir.
all right, thank you. I think they just need for take politics off the interest of the bar, and I think say the politicians we get high stake and interest inside the bar. I don't knew. So, but then they look at the window opportunity when at the weakness of the very bar. This very, very bar. It's weak. They don't get strong governance structure, system, processes, and policies in place for safeguard their integrity and credibility. So that weakness where the politicians then see, they are like vulture. When they see die animal or die mortal man, then they can't feast on it. The moment they sweet, they don't take care. One politician they with we I go agree. The moment they see say sweetness and everything done, then fly go and even forget say they may not feast in that area. So the one that we currently they don't authorize the politicians for use them. Then go left them dry when they don't see any relevance in there anymore. So, but not a secret. It's very open. It's very clear that politics they at play in the bar elections. And then the Kenema incident, we talk about history, they repeat, we see another politics at play. The thing is that when you look at these two presidential candidates and we currently they forward, the one being the NRA under government appointment through the president, the sweetness of the president appointment, not statutory representation. And then this current one also get an appointment from the sweetness of president. Not a statutory say, the bar they represent, because we get statutory representation. So laws that we suggest say, a bar association for send somebody for represent, that board or that institutions. So when you see them kind of thing, you clearly see political interest. Forget about conflict of interest. But first, get the political interest at the table. And then you see clearly how divide the justice sector they on this matter, this very by-election. You see a clear division within the justice sector. Okay. And these are not a good sign for democracy. These are not a good sign. Any man or woman we want to be serious, don't they see this as an inspiration? We as a country will put an halt to it, like I say, if they go back home for do the caretakers, let them get responsible people. We go sit down, look and work within that short time and develop all the necessary policy. Let Boku speech the next AGM. Let them adopt, the first day they adopt the new constitution and the bylaw with the new M&A. And the next day, they go into election. Let them create safeguard. But if they don't create that, then set up any caretaking body with this kind colonial M&A, we don't match up to the 21st century corporate governance laws. I mean, the next time I'm not going to consider and talk about the bar situation.
All right, Mr. Fatoma, as you and the plan for left with 8:15, but quickly before we go for a break back, you feel disappointed on Friday on the action of, I would say, your colleagues then?
I don't feel disappointed. No.
You mean
no?
Things say this they happen?
Yes, even the worst. The worst was that if you therefore be kill person, I don't be surprised back. Because people that when they're used by politicians in this country, they mama self then the killer.
Okay. As we round up with the try for left wing at the studio today, the constitutional amendments they come back or they go back for debate or after the committee stage. You been done the parliament the last time we been go the way MP then debate them. What's Charlie then take on the review?
And we get a lot of gaps in the review process and the amendment, and we don't express that. First, we pull a policy brief, and second one, we don't pull a policy brief, and now we don't show the gaps then in the implementation from the Truth and Reconciliation, from the Lome Agreement, and that come down to Agreement for National Unity. And currently, the MPs then will tell you, say, the current amendment we did before the now, and today we then they look into back. Now purely, entirely electoral reforms. Anxiously, patiently, we don't wait for over 30, close to 30 years. For there we look into a constitution where go provide and protect with social and economic rights in this country. But sadly, we're not able to get that into the current amendment process. And the only amendment process where the government of Sierra Leone don't offer we, and we MPs and the debate on. You see that day, I've never been up and be energized. I not drink tea. I eat like 4 plantain around 10 o'clock. Drink water, go. I anchor on that say 2 a.m. I reach now 3:30 in the morning. The early morning by 6 o'clock, 7 I don't get up for go back in the office for continuing my work. So immediately I done my media engagement then. I did it back in the parliament. If we open to the public, I they sit down patiently, they listen.
What do you want to see? Not the amendments or not the constitution wouldn't amend?
We want to see, a law where they in the best interest of the people of this country. That's all what we want to see.
Well, thank you very much for joining me in the edition of the program. And name na Abdul M. Fatoma from Chadi. Bide said the program they talk about waiting at the position on the counciled AGM of the Bar Association. We still get Alfred Commander at the program, and we'll get Sheriff Barry, and we expect Victor Lansana for joining anytime from now for look at the constitutional amendment, and we continue for look at the issue of the Bar Association. Please thank you, Mr. Fatoma, for joining me in this edition of the program. We'll go for a break or continue.
Tell me what in the stop nonsense.
You dey look for side for keep you money and for make you business grow?
Well, now the term is so for keeping money with any community bank or financial services association, which then they call FSA, with their own side na salon, because then a good party with good condition, way easy for the ordinary man.
They go guide you fine one, but how for manage you money for change your life and the people them and your community. Remember say when you keep your money in a bank where they near you not just they keep money for bye but you they help your community for go before.
So waiting you the wait, you be businessman or farmer, petit together, so you art person, teacher or anybody keep your money in any community bank or FSA where they near you and see how your life go better. Tell me what in the stop nonsense. Now money they stop nonsense.
Loan Bank Digital Banking don't come for we.
I said so. You look stressed so.
Nah, bank are the one go so.
Me sister, go digital.
Digital?
Yes, with Bloombank Digital Banking. Just tap, click, swipe and send money, receive money, check your balance, pay your bills and get quick loans before Jacko Kotiai.
But Abule fly.
Well, bring your phone.
Now so easy and quick.
Yes, with Bloombank Digital, you can bank with freedom anytime na the world. Your money is safe and secure. Also, you can do business and transfer money instantly by your currency across Africa. Quick one with Colats.
Wow! As from today, call me Aisatu Bloombank Digital. I dey go tell all me party them for join Bloombank Digital Banking.
Go ahead and download our digital banking app from Google Play Store and Apple Store, or visit any of our branches for further details. For no more, you can visit our website, bloombankafrica.com. Bloombank Africa. Let's make it happen.
Salon, they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together, we go reach zero. We all for take action. So no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take maclate. The race to zero, they on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action. Go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action. Support mama, care you picking for maclate. If you na chief, take action. Encourage belle woman them for go hospital for a well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and picking them. So join with today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. Inside the program, we want to welcome Victor Idris Alansana Esquire, Vice Chairperson for the Human Rights Commission of Salon. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here always.
I continue for the with me inside the program with the cover over now to you, Sheriff Barry, Acting Chairman for NDA Party. The constitutional process, they carry on back today as continuation, and many people will hope say finally go can to rest today. But firstly, we know the position of the NDA party on the amendment of this bill.
Thank you so much. I say Salaam Alaikum again to the listeners. Well, as far as the National Democratic Alliance is concerned, we are not happy with the process. And we get Resolution 5 of the Unity Agreement tripartite. We call for inter-party dialogue. Then demand very necessary, say, all the political parties for interface and issues the way they disturb the country politically, for able for iron out those issues. But since the formation of the Resolution 5, now only 3 sittings don't happen. And what we the face currently in the Parliament, if we been get that sitting within we the politicians, political parties, we for don't get a resolution. But as a party under the upper all political parties association, when the tripartite resolutions and recommendations come out, we deem necessary, so we forget a conference. We hold the conference, we come out with our own position paper. Areas where we dissatisfied, like the simple majority of the 50+1, and we see and say it is not healthy for national cohesion. It is not healthy for democracy. It is not healthy for bringing we people then together. Mark you, and a philosopher, George Hegel, say, we learn from history that we do not learn from history. In other words, we for don't know, since we start about constitutionality in this country, You go to 1924, Slatter's Constitution, 1947, the Stevenson's Constitution, and till to the one now we don't get the 1991 Constitution.
Okay.
You see the spirit behind and this Constitution, especially the 55%, now for bring we all together so that you know go get one political party we go just go in your comfort zone and win elections. If we cut across all the districts there, let me just go back shortly to history. When they formed the SLPP party, the symbol was palm tree. And the branches of that palm tree now been 13 branches, meaning the 12th district in 1951 and the colony in Freetown. That for sure say the country all day as one. So to we, the 50 plus 1 or the simple majority, we know to that line, it is Ebemagbi, Meluma at all, Menjabata in Fula, Igbenge in Timini. We cannot accept it.
But there is also a caveat that a party for win 20% na 2/3 of the voting districts we now for reduce for ensure so what they talk to happen. Somebody no win election now one district or now few districts then.
You see, they want hide behind one thing where they call say they want avoid runoff simply because they say it costly. If democracy is costly, then try dictatorship. Then you will not say democracy is not costly. If democracy is costly, try authoritarianism or try junta crazy. Then you will not say democracy is not costly at all. So we don't want anything about 20%. Let's stick to the 55%. That could show say yes, the entire country, they behind you. And the issue of runoff, it must happen. Once there is elections, there must be one day runoff. Even countries where get 50 plus 1, they go into runoff. And it costs money. So in other words, we want the 55%. They do not touch that at all. They then left for how it is so. If the fear is about runoff, it is costly, then let them try about dictatorship.
Okay.
This is our position. Ebemagbi, it will happen. Meluma at all. Igbenge in Timini, Menjabata in Fula.
Now, we'll come back to and look at other provisions where NDA no agree with. We'll come to Victor Lansana, Vice Chairperson, the Human Rights Commission. We also get position on the constitutional amendments. They continue today in our parliament. What's in the Human Rights Commission position?
Well, thank you very much, Musa. I want for again use opportunity for thank 98.1 for get the Human Rights Commission on the program always for talk to family and for me to understand the human rights perspectives to national issues then. So I will start by saying that a requirement that Sierra Leoneans and citizens them they forget a space for able to participate in the governance of the country. All relevant laws them, whether na international, regional, and national laws them, all support that one day. So we see that with democracy really don't improve to the point that citizens have the opportunity for make the inputs, and that make I follow Parliament the other day. The speaker they read out the people and we send in the position papers, but the only thing hope say those position papers go actually make go get in way into the constitution at the end of the day. Because not of just write position papers, Parliament will be willing enough, for look into them and see how they were able for take out the one that we really, relevant or speak to the issues then. So yes, the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone, we put out our own position paper, we submit them to Parliament as well. There are several issues that we raise. in that position paper. We'll start for look at the search and nomination committee. For instance, we believe say the best practice we therefore don't do it will be within the Human Rights Commission the practice. And it's not a good practice for we get the president of the republic. For it would be the one we go appoint members them of that nomination committee. You cannot be a judge in your cause. So what would I recommend in that regard that let the various bodies them, whether it's a member association, council of parliament chiefs, civil society organizations, whosoever, let them elect or appoint their own members them, individual members for come and represent them, their interest. For let they go able to get the person will be the electoral commissioner going forward. If you look at within the Human Rights Commission, the own law provide. This law was enacted way back in 2004, after the war. The law say, for let you be a commissioner where there is a vacancy, they say the office of the Attorney General Minister of Justice, they put out a notice to the public, and members of the public go nominate people who they feel say they fit and proper for hold a position as commissioner. So once that is done, the office of the AG now, they now put together the shortlisted or the people that they don't nominate, and then they do a list, and then they go shortlist the one away for come for interview. After the interview, that office go also gazette the names then we pass through the interview successfully, and then that would be an opportunity for members of the public for me to scrutinize those names then. And then after which they will present a list to the president. They can present a list of 7 to the president. So among them 7 a day, the president can now appoint 5 out of the 7. And after that, the president send also to parliament for parliamentary scrutiny and subsequent approval. So now that's exactly what we recommend. That process, for we will go through that entire process, it takes like 9 months. It's a very rigorous process. And those members of that committee, that interview panel, now members then different associations them be nominate. They come and represent the interest of the different members, then whether na civil society, whether na council of parliament chiefs, whether na there are several members them within that committee there. So it's the same thing we recommend. Then the best practice for go forward that. Then we also recommend on the issue of what's in border is the issue 50 point plus 1.
All right. Victor,
Okay.
very sorry. We'll come back to you on that 50 plus 1% day. Below we go for a short break. When we come back, we will continue to highlight some of the issues the Human Rights Commission of Salone put inside the position paper concerning the constitution as presently in the parliament.
Nothing on the pressure me.
Hey! They don't do more, they don't do PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the number 1 foreign exchange bureau in the country, they give all the customers them 1% cashback for every transaction where they make through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA.
Na Indoso.
Not so Indoso, nice K. PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, don't 1% the game. So you will get Fambul, Paddy, or business partner where they send for you money through Western Union, MoneyGram, or RIA. Run go now any PC and Son shop where they all about the country. For you where they free tongue, PC and Son shop they now 16 Godrich Road Lumley, 59 Wellington Street, 31 Guard Street, 19 Frobe Road, 10 and 53 Sanya Bacha Street, 32A Wilkinson Road, 9 Couture Road, and 24 City Road Port C. For you Waterloo Famulem, within a 9A Liverpool Street, Waterloo. For we Famulem where they upline, within a 76 Sky Corridor Road Corner, within a 5 Palmer Street Kabbalah, 54 Dambala Road Bo, within our number 4 Denby Street Kenema, 39 Robane Road Makeni, 137 Airport Ferry Road Lunge, Lagos Compound Kailaun, and 35 IDA Road, Cambia. Tell your neighbor say, PC Foreign Exchange Bureau, the 1% the game.
Cecil, do you know any sharp user I go able get quality laptop or desktop computer for buy? When I go give me wahala like the last one?
Aisha, you see this Dell computer na me hand? It don't pass 8 years from where I begin user. It don't one day give me problem. Na Palestino International in shop, na 5 and 6 Gloucester Street, na they a buyer. not to copyright Balestino they sell, na original. You see this me plasma TV, this Samsung home theater, me standing fan and mobile phone. Every day when you see them, it's like a new one. They don't pass 8 years na me hand. Balestino don't open Balestino International Computer Shop na 3 Bojon Street Bow. Also you they get all kind computer for buy. For more, just call 076 56 5432 077 80 5898. Balestino International in Computer Shop, all things they for you.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue before we come over to studio guest. I'll take a few messages with people on send. This one say, Commander is a fine gentleman and I know him, he do not like stress.
This is true leadership is measured by endurance, not early withdrawal. Mr. Commander, if the barricade and the alleged orders from above formed the basis of your resignation, was it not premature to leave a race before testing justice through the proper legal process? The police acted within their lawful duty to preserve public order and prevent any potential violence. If orders from above are now a concern, why was the same principle not equally questioned during the Kenema incident in light of the TRC's observations? Justice is the best defended through lawful challenge, not resignation, and policing is judged by its commitment to peace under the law. From Ibrahim Sisena Facebook page.
This one from Amadou Sise say, thank God Commander has tasted the bitterness of the medicine they created in Kenema. The government has used and dumped you and became tired of taking a bad name for your guys. Finally, the only land people in Sierra Leone now are teachers.
From Mohammed Lamin Warite, he say from 2023 election to now, the country is very much peaceful just because no by-election, and as peaceful the country is, business and development is growing and the economy can tell.
This one from Mystic Nadwazaki say the motto of the Sierra Leone Bar Association is Fet Justita. I stand to be corrected. Let justice be done. If legal practitioners themselves are crying out of justice, one can only imagine how ordinary Sierra Leoneans feel. We must stop setting bad precedent in our institutions because those same precedents can eventually work against us. The bar need leadership that will restore trust, promote justice, and unite the profession for the good of Sierra Leone.
Abdul Rahman Tijani say, please take your time to educate the public as to why this disgraceful incident happened.
This one from Bakar is say, Vice, what is your position concerning the independent candidate?
This one from Tambaji Betua. He said, wonder if advocate talks on mandate. If people think wisely, that what should the government look for? Spend all resources on elections and no developments.
This one from Emmanuel is say, Mr. NDA Party, I'm just hearing your voice now. What happened?
From Tamba SP Monde, he said the greatest oversight and perhaps one of the greatest weaknesses of the constitutional amendment Bill 2025 is the amendment of Section 35(2) of the 1991 Constitution by Section 3 of the current bill without the inclusion or consideration of the representative of people with disabilities. Section 3 of the current bill guaranteed the 30% representation of women, but nothing for people with disabilities. My esteemed commissioner, please don't preside over the affairs of that commission and ignore such a right-based exclusion. We still have the right to include people with disabilities, even it is 2% secured constitutional representation. So thanks from Tamba SP Monde Esquire.
This one say from Saidu, you say, Mr. Barry, I understand that the APC and the SLPP they push for less smaller party them not take part in election after we they not able win 2 election or go na parliament. Within our own position.
From Tunde Scott, he said the people of Sierra Leone and the APC as a whole say no to PR system, give back the power to the people to choose their local representatives and presidents. You cannot get the minority vote and manipulate your way to the presidency through the PR system and call that the choice of the people.
This one from Supercaps, Fudi Kabakaba, he say, why always the bar? Law interpreter and legal professionals are crying foul. What about the ordinary man? Too disgraceful for a noble profession.
Okay, from them message here, they come to we studio guest them for respond. They come to Alfred Commander for start for respond. Then we come to other studio guest them. Alfred Commander.
Thank you very much to every other person who don't send in a message. Of course, I take pride in my resignation. I take pride in the fact that I decided to say I'm no longer running for the position of public relations officer. Firstly, I want to say sorry to my supporters because I had no time to consult and engage with them. But I think that was the right decision for myself as a person, for my mental health, and equally for democracy. And it was a strong protest, say the police for ensure say they know them boundaries. The fact that they get guns, don't mean say at every given time they get for the use them power for scare away lawful citizens. For example, you see say that area apart from the hotels, people also get houses at the back of the hotel itself. You get communities then they people find it difficult for come inside that particular environment there because the police say no, you know the come here. You get people that we don't rent, we don't take rooms then at their hotels and they were prevented from entering. You get people we don't come out far now this country for come. Then our lawyers don't pay their money, then don't do all waiting and supposed for do and come. They cannot access the road to the venue itself, not just the venue, but the road to the venue. And that was so heartbreaking for me. And I think say as a leader I fail my colleagues them because these are people who don't pay them subscriptions, don't pay them conference fees in a difficult economy like this, don't pay them transport, don't buy fuel, don't come, don't rent hotels, and then able come enjoy waiting and comfort. So that's really troubling. So I take pride in the fact that I resigned, and I hope say other people go understand that no, you don't need for at every given time go consult with every other person before you take a decision. There are times you self they able to take your own decision without even consulting
One thing
others.
we come at the center of your resignation, na the cry. Why
Yes.
Commander cry?
Oh, that's a beautiful one. So Commander cry for many reasons. One of them principal reasons now that we work right round the clock after Kenema for make Kenema right. Like we go to different stations where they promise Sierra Leoneans that this we own will they organize. We they ensure say it's free, fair and credible. We they ensure say there is not gonna be violence. We they ensure say we get the best AGM in a long time. And then we go, you know if it starts. So that was quite painful. Secondly, I talk about leadership failure. I fail as a leader, what's up just by Home Suits Hotel, and I could not talk to the police. I had not get the power for talk to the police, say, please wanna allow my colleagues them for come inside. No way. They prevented them from entering and even access the road to the venue. That made me cry. Then I also look at the fact that I don't even see an end to this. There is no solution going forward. You're going to feel say, oh, maybe after this something will happen. But you just say, there is a possibility that after this, you can forget 3 factions now within the bar. The Lawyer Society, the Martina camp, the Tuma camp. So many other things them way they tell you say, we're not able to get and write it. So all of these things. Then you also look at the fact that it's a post-war nation. we don't come out by 11 years civil conflict. We see how we kill ourselves, how we destroy our economy, how we go beyond 50 years backwards. And then we work as a team for ensure say we resolve the issues, we build the peace, we dey now try for consolidate the peace. Then you see say all the things them we been responsible for the 11 years rebel war, they at play right now. The only missing factor right now na Fodi Sanko. There is no Fodi Sanko at the moment. But every other thing will lead to the 1991 conflict, they at play.
Okay.
If you get lawyers, they go to an event like that, peaceful, wear clean suits. These are people where society they expect so much from. People where society say they know their rights, they're able to defend their own rights, they're able to claim their own rights. Then come to their own events, then able to access the venue, and all the reason where they say it's a stroke of a call from somebody where they high up there and then prevent them. Then you they ask, what's in they happen to Mama Yebu na Krubola?
Alright, now the rumor will go around that we not comply with the court order we didn't give now.
So I assume say we not comply with the court order. Is that how you push us to comply? No. If somebody not comply with the court order, you say we not comply. What you do, you go to the courts.
Alright, so meaning una receive court order say nothing not happen that day.
No. We not receive any court orders for stop we from going on with the AGM. No court order like that. Now I make even way we go to the place. I ask the police, why would not stop we? I mean, they expected them for don't pull a court order, say there is an injunction, say this program not for go on. Then we for don't quietly just retire to different places. But we could not see a court order. You say orders from above. Who done are these orders from above? We cannot hold this person accountable. We're not even able to know him.
But there was directives from the high courts. We then give for SECA the payment and other thing them. Una comply with this court order.
Yes.
Or these directives from the courts.
Yes, we comply with the court
Everything.
order. And the good thing is the court order itself been there in stages. Not so like something where then you say go do one at a go. Understand? The first one all we do was to publish the voters list. And we published under the secretariat. It was there. Now, the other thing we happened was we needed to also make available the bank statements and the audited financial statements. However, before we they make the request, then we then they talk about we violated the court order. They wrote a letter where that's a complete violation of the court order itself. But I don't know how local commercial bank they operate. Either they're not able to understand the order itself, but these people wrote a letter to local commercial bank requesting for the bank statement. And there is no order where states say now the plaintiff and in lawyers for request for the bank statements. The order is very clear that the directors should make the bank statements available. So it's the level of unprofessionalism. Now every area of this country happen at the highest in this case.
Okay. Now the bank released a list of 500.
A list?
Yes, a voters list or
How
register
the bank
people who
they
don't
release-
pay.
how the bank-
people
how
who
the
don't
bank-
pay.
How the
The-
bank they release a voters list?
No, not voters list, paid list. People who don't pay the money for get rights for votes. Bank produced 500 according to allegation. Una produced over 1,000.
So we produced the names of persons we don't pay their subscriptions for 2025 and 2026.
What's the number?
And the total is no, I'm not going to know the exact number, but
Well,
they're
pass
around
over 1,000.
they're around 1,000 and over, yes.
But why not collide with what the bank gets as payment? Una been getting other means for receiving payments.
I'm not able to understand why you not collide with waiting the bank receive as payments. I don't clearly understand that. Waiting I know that the order say let we publish the names of people who qualify for votes and be voted for, and we publish that list.
All right. The allegation are that on a doctor the list.
Well, that's so dishonorable if anybody decides for doctor a list.
Okay.
I have no idea of a doctor list.
Continue for stay with me inside the program, Alfred Kamanda. We come to Victor Lansana for response to text messages them, and we come to other studio guests.
I don't get the opportunity for really actually going to within our position paper other than for go for answer to the text message there.
Okay.
I think there's just one message where somebody directs to me. We for do with is it independent candidates. Yep. So in the position paper we present to Parliament. Now one of the things that we clearly point out, say the bill make provision for independent candidates for contest the presidential elections. We commend government for that, but then we go forward and say the issue that that independent candidate get for be somebody of a very huge financial muscle, we think say it discriminates in nature, and the constitution and we say you cannot do a law with discriminatory in nature. So we believe say the best way forward for be whatever prescriptions we ECS go put out for presidential candidates them, where they represent political parties them, for be applied, the same way for an independent candidate. So that if you say somebody for pay 100 million euros, for instance, all euros, it should be the same 100 million euros way an independent candidate for pay. But you cannot say this person go for exhibit, a very huge financial muscle before ever it could be qualified, for he participates or he contests a presidential election. But in fact, now following the debates so far, we don't see both political parties in Parliament don't begin kick against that provision, in the bill. And the excuse way at the it really does not. It doesn't make a good case for development, for want of a better expression, because if you say somebody has been made powerful by a political party, and then that person later on decides say it left the political party and then now go contest as an independent candidate, you think say you go pull some of your votes them away from you, and that is an excuse why that's the constitution for cater for independent candidate. I don't think say that is really tenable. So for understand say democracy, don't evolve. As a nation, we don't come in a very long way. We don't hold several elections since the war. So this is one of the provisions them we for actually embrace. It's very progressive. But then also we talk about the fact say how somebody could become a winner of a presidential election. The proposition right now what's in the proposal, now that's 50 plus 1. So the formula need to understand what do they mean by 50 plus 1. Now 50 plus 1, for let you become or for let you be declared a winner of a presidential election, we say for score 50 points plus 1, it means say all the people that we vote in an election, where you put the number together of valid vote cast, the person forgets 50% plus. So we say plus 1 now, it could be say you get 50, after 50%, you get 1% on top of it, you get 2% on top of it, you get 55% as the case may be. So if you go back to the different elections that we don't conduct, I don't see anybody yet we don't get 55% as the constitution say. Because what the constitution we they now provide for, now for let somebody get 55% before you could be declared as the winner of a presidential election. And that 55% is very difficult to forget. But even the 50%, it's almost impossible for any political party, presidential candidates, produce 50% of the valid vote cast. Because you have to make sure that you not just get numbers from your own so-called stronghold, you also get for make sure you get huge numbers from the opposition main stronghold, or the other party main hold in stronghold. So this now one way for we able to reduce whether not violence, for reduce the resources we involve, the level of planning and so on and so forth. But then there is a safeguard we don't propose. What the bill say now is say when you don't get that 50+1, when you try for computer, if for sure say you get 20%, of the districts then. If you vote every district, you forget 20% of them. But we think say that is too high, and it's almost impracticable for use anybody will forget that kind of number days. So we say let we reduce them to 15%. So 50+1 plus 15% will be reasonable enough for somebody gets a national outlook, because the whole idea now for we get that was what the 1991 Constitution actually envisaged, that the person who they win a presidential election, if we get a national outlook, if we get a national appeal. So with this safeguard, 15% of all districts, then of course they should clearly, say this person gets a national appeal, reach out. Not just within your own stronghold, but to go over and above a stronghold and get, and the other areas of the country. So that is very, very much important. Then somebody be sending a message we get for do with disability. I think it's something where the commission don't really don't look at. Disability issues them. We always know say now very, very important issues them, because we always feel say we are able-bodied. It only takes a minute for we join the world of disability, because as far as we breathe, as far as we come out now homes, them we can work, we go to school, wherever we go to do business. You are vulnerable, or you are prone to disability. So we think say we agree with that person that yes, there should be a clear provision. We will clearly protect persons with disability. But now what's it doing at the law? The current law, if you look at around section 15 or so, or it should be around section 8 of the Constitution, it talk about minority voices. Government for make sure say they do things that will protect the interest of persons with disability or minority voices, as the case may be. But there must be, I agree that there must be a clear provision, where they protect persons with disability. We also commend government say they don't take position or take a step for let the Constitution go clearly. Constitution is the supreme law of the land. So the rights of women, we would only talk about for a very long time, we would only advocate for a very long time. Luckily, we get now the Giwe Act. But now there is a step forward for it be legislated now the biggest law, the supreme law of the land. So women's participation or women's rights, they come out to the fore into the main law of the land. So these are progressive provisions then. But with the CC, the way how the debates they go in Parliament, I think Parliament need for be truthful to the nation. As you say, it's so much more of the political interest of the parliamentarians then, because Parliament is a citadel of politics. I'm sure everybody, they try to protect their own political interest. But I think this argument or this debate for the over and above, somebody in political interest, they take this opportunity for call on parliamentarians them for me to read section 13 of the Constitution. We talk say the interest we forget, or the loyalty we forget to the country, if they above political loyalty, religious loyalty, and every other loyalty. Okay. So no matter, given the fact that you are coming from a political party, you symbol for making you go to Parliament, but the Constitution, the biggest law, the supreme law of the land, it don't talk say every individual in this country for put the interest of the nation, the loyalty to Sierra Leone above every other loyalty, whether not political loyalty, religious loyalty, as the case may be.
Okay, we can over back to you, Victor, for highlight some of the things that we did inside on a position paper. We'll come over now to Mr. Barry before we take break and work about inside the program. You get some messages, they go respond to them, and waiting now some of the issues they want to get.
Thank you so much. Thanks to the TEXA. Talk about the deregistration of political parties. thank God the APC and SLPP don't reason out. They don't get a vision. I think they all now they talk towards say that's not good because it's not healthy for democracy in Sierra Leone. To my brother, Mr. Lansadan, disagree with him totally. When it comes for the 55%, then they advocate for 50+1. It is not good for national cohesion. Whether the caveat where they come with 20% for all districts, it is very simple and easy for the APC and SLPP to get 20% across all these districts in the country. It's very simple. Past elections don't show that they clearly, it don't manifest that they. You go Bo, Bont Mayamba, Pujon, Kaila Nkono, Kenema, all across. So we as politicians, we sabi we save. We know us otin na the sukublai. Lane no change otin no broken at all. The 55% should stay. And the fear for say runoff a costly. If runoff costly, then we try dictatorship.
Okay.
It is it is account to the other side where me brother make submission of section 13. That is true. But watch again section 77K, where tie the hands of politicians in the parliament. Say you for toe the line of your political party. If you not do on 3 occasions, your party could drive you out. Okay. So the constitution of itself gets some lacunas. The constitution of itself get problems. So until we they talk, we want with 55% for stay like the rock of Gibraltar. Okay. They do not touch down they at all. Egbema we meluma egbenge menjabata. He left the 55%. Okay. You know go win World Cup if you not play with stronger teams.
Okay, we will come back to you as you mentioned about Shukublai. When we come back, you can tell everything inside the Shukublai way. I mean, the APC, SLPP don't. Would you come back? You can clarify. Lord, just take a short music break. Victor, would you come back to you shortly?
You know what time it is?
Yeah. Youth man, question time. Youth man, question time. If we learn for ask questions for things them where happen now in sweet nation, you name the resources. Waiting then don't benefit this nation from independence to 50 years of celebration. Where they make you man and they think I'm say something for them better. If we still under British colonization. But man, they still not a question. Should be one of the richest countries in the world, but we still why we not a question? Why poor people just they poor? They rank and then they better. Why? Waiting do we not a question? Why make na salon no more the young no they grow? Oh salon. Why we not a question? Why make na no more education no they grow? Oh salon, how the internet slow. Now so we slow, anyone then give me say oh. Big development, corruption, first position, clap for us. Yeah, me, I know Basi such occupation. These two can force man something.
Well, I hope say you don't enjoy the music where I sing question and we ask question, then we guess the all man they ask question and the question left to Parliament for let answer we. The program na Good Morning Salon where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM and we bring the program to you this morning.
And Musa Kamara Naminim, we go inside according to the Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Timothy Kaba, the work away the Gabon president come do na salon go help government for sign agreement with Gabon na ira them like agriculture, tourism and other side them. Timothy Kaba talk this way, he operate both the Gabon president Brice Clotaire Oluga Nguema in Kanwan na salon. Well, for more on this, we join Yeno Kabia.
The Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Jule Jallo, be they welcome the presidents for Gabon, Brice Clotahi Olugun Igema, na Salone for one official 2-day working visit, we aim for get strength to the relationship between the two countries them. Gabon a country within a Central Africa and enriched with natural resources like crude oil, timber, magnesium, gold, and plenty rainforest. The country gets one of the biggest protected area in Africa, we make the country popular for environmental conservation and ecotourism. Gabon and Salone na member in the African Union and the United Nations, and for long term, then two countries don't maintain diplomatic relationship as they continue for work together. Partner we get to do with peace, development, trade and regional cooperation. The visit of the president of Gabon show the commitment of the two countries them for give more strength to the partnership between them. During the visit, President Julius Maada Bio and Gabonese president go hold bilateral talk on how they go extend on trade, attract more investment, and increase technical cooperation between the two countries them. And then get for talk on things they will get for do with agriculture, tourism, fisheries, education, mining, infrastructure, energy, environment, and plenty other areas them. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Timothy Musa Kaba, talk more about this visit.
Very important because it show Sierra Leone in diplomatic reach, respect for all the countries there for a country, make them a visit. They visit somebody they get respectful and somebody where they wish for partnership with, or make partnership with. And business show how Sierra Leone they interact with other countries. And then today we get, for the first time, the Gabonese president, they come on the bilateral visit. Cooperation agreements, then in tourism, in agriculture, in trade and investment, in education, science and technology. Then after that, the president get to interact with other government functionaries and get to visit some touristic sites or showcase in tourism agreement alone for the create opportunities for people and businesses and industries to interact.
The minister continues to say, apart from the official meeting, the president of Gabon, together with President Julius Maada Bio and other government officials them, go visit major touristic sites them na Salone, wey include Lester Peak, Takogama Chimpanzee Sanctuary. The visit also go give the Gabon delegation the opportunity for see Salone in tourism potential and how they go explore na the area then dey. The visit also they reinforce Salone commitment under President Bio in leadership for expand diplomatic relationship across Africa and build strong partnership wey go support national development and regional integration. Radio Democracy go continue for bring updates for Seka di Waka where the Gabonese president can do na Salone. For Radio Democracy, Yenoka Bia the reports.
The program Good Morning Salone continue with the go na High Court na Kono usai one High Court judge Justice Santigi Sori Bangura na Kono districts don sentence one Amos Daniel for go 215 years jail after we the court found him guilty say he raped and killed one 2-year-old pikin. For more on this, we join Fatun Yangi Jigbagba.
Rape or any form of sexual assault, now one way they are against the Sexual Offences Act of 2012, where they amend inside 2019. This law they tap anybody not for engage pan mommy and daddy business to pikin or self-posting will not give consent. March 4, 2026, police been alleged say 120-year-old Amos Daniel been raped one 2-year-old pikin na Koidu City, Kono district. And the prosecution be same way alleged say Amos Daniel not just raped this 2-year-old pikin, it been same way choke towel na imot and lock him inside room. Usai neighbor and family them been look for this pikin sote, then see him unconscious one na Amos Daniel in room. Usai the family been take this pikin at hospital according to the prosecution, but they later found out say the pikin don't die. We make police been arrest and charge Amos Daniel with murder, wounding with intent and other charge. This matter been in a High Court na Kono district before Justice Santigi Sori Bangura. Usai the prosecution be lead but 5 witnesses them we can testify against Amos Daniel. And the prosecution be give out plenty evidence in a court, plus the crime scene photo, laboratory report, post-mortem report and other evidence them for proving case against this defendant. And inside the statement where the defendants be making a police, according to the judge, Amos A. Daniel be answer say, in clearly speaking, by way how him put sour lime malt and choke him after when don't do the business with the Pekin. The court now been consider him as a guilty person. And police been same way charge one take his economy when I'm momito Amos A. Daniel with conspiracy because in tap people not for open the room outside the Pekin in day will make policemen say for sake of that action. In take part from this beginning in Taiwan, we make the court been sentenced him to 15 years in prison for conspiracy. Justice Santigi Sori Bangura, before he sentenced Amos A. Daniel, he been talk say, waiting A. Daniel do to this Pekin, na bad thing, and he don't deprive the Pekin of life, and he not only deprive the family, the same way deprive the whole country, because he say that Pekin for being grow and contribute to society. We making sentence the convict Amos A. Daniel to 15 years per count 1 when a conspiracy, then 120 years per count 2 when a murder, and 80 years per count 3 when a wounding with intent. Justice Santigi Bangura the same way sentenced Teresa Konomani when a mommy to Amos A. Daniel to 15 years for conspiracy. With support from Theodore Arena for the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Fatu Nyangiji Bakwa the report.
We'll take with last headline inside the program this morning. After that, we come to studio guest. Society President Julius Maada Bio say if the private sector and development partner them come together in support in government with agriculture equipment, them like machine, fertilizer and other thing them that go make farmer them able plant thing them way salon people go able eat and sell in other country. President Bio talk this way, he go work na Tamabon this BNTM for look the farm project. For more on this, make we join Adeyemi Jackson.
June 11, 2021, President Julius Maada Bio launched the Salone Regional Rice Value Chain Project, where for short, the Tomabom Rice Project, na Bom Chiefdom inside Bond District. And the reason we make government come with this project for increased domestic rice production, reduce importation of rice in the country, improve rice value chain, with this na part of government plan for give strength to food security. Since 2021 to now, about 5 years, where government don't launch this project, and for no way to do the happen with the Tomabom Rice Project, make President Julius Maada Bio don't go work on a Tomabom, inside Bom Chiefdom Bond District, and this worker now forget first-hand information, but the different activity them we don't the happen. During this worker, President Bio visit different farm them, cluster house, store, irrigation system, and also the president be visit the 1.5 hectares of rice where the military and farm will rest the harvest and then different farm them. Where they talk the paramount chief member of parliament for Bom Chiefdom, Honorable PC Alex Maada Kapomi II, start for tell thank you to President Bio and government for the development where they can in Chiefdom, but not be waste time for make this appeal to the president.
The people of this chiefdom want to say thanks to the president and would ask for more. And what is the more? If we make all this investment, millions of dollars, billions of leons into this project to revive the agricultural system, if we don't fix this road from Koribondo to here, and this is a road we don't just need to grader, it has to be tarred, because all this road I can grader, but when you see the road. So we need to turn, but I ask humbly on behalf of the people of this children, I ask government, especially my own brother who are supposed to be the president, find all kind of way for we, by his grace, we will tar this road. When you tar this road, you have nothing else, the place the market system. So you make this, find lights, irrigation, cluster houses, where's the commodity, and by making the road, it will help in what? Creating job, access to the market, access to the farm, and the place become a whole industry of things there.
Dr. Henry Musa Packer, now the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, we take time for explain to President Bio, but the farming activity where they happen at Tomabom.
Wosa Utimapso today, now 1,000 hectare farm horizon across the river and the CDS cargo we bring Boku machine and do 2,000 acre day a plan for do even more. Then don't ready for make sure say where this infrastructure is so done. Then say then chop where then days by next year, half of that day now from then rest here where they do. Yeah, now one side we then get Boku other side where they done. So Your Excellency, we're glad the way you can see how this infrastructure work they go. Of course now big infrastructure this way people don't understand or not even comprehend what we say fit alone. But it progress and we need them come follow sustainably continue for do the work for Feed Salon and not for today no more, for even beyond, just like how you don't talk. So we're glad the way you come. We will all come on the rain for can see waiting they happen now for show people them.
Where they talk, President Julius Maada Bio start to talk about what he think, but the decision where the military take for go into farming.
So me, I'm really happy with the military. They don't take the challenge, and then not to Yanamo, then they not Tonkolili, then get a Putloko, Moyamba, then get huge fields. The soldiers they make sure they produce enough rice, but now a very good initiative on the part of this particular CDS for joining, because now that I say not to all over the world, not the government they produce rice. What do they do? Where we don't know the challenge, for also provide the incentives, they will provide support. We then they talk about subsidies. Now, yeah, if we're able to help them, because we get for make sure say we de-risk for them, even the road for Kanaya and down the Idepa we plan. The soldiers then they don't take the challenge, especially under in leadership, right across.
President Bio continues to say the development where they happen at Tomabom show say the country they about to achieve food security, but say this will only happen if people, including development partner and private sector, come together and support the Feed Salon program.
What we say we they can't make rest, me not be lost, we go forget this kind of Canada more. So I want for make we all left for the talk plenty, make we can put hand under the one the way they work already. And make ourselves go to two hands small in a bush so that we able to feed ourselves. Anybody we not able to feed itself, not celebrate independence, because that's a political independence. But after sovereignty, they begin. We able to feed itself, we able to produce a roof for the supply other side. Look the rain. As we did the rain is very then grown, so we get enough rain, more than many other places. At the invite salon, private sector, we development partners for make them help for make we get more of this feed around the country. All the inputs that we need machines, we need fertilizer, we need other things, them inputs them for increase we yield. So I'm happy for meat farmable rice. I don't see plenty of them pictures there. I don't see this drone na video, but not today na the first time where I don't see them in action. So I invite the one the way they sit on a Freetown, they say the Pabi say go produce rice. At the rice now we they produce so. But not to one day business. We get for producer, we get for produce enough, and we get for Feed Salon, and we get for supply other country then we get the money, then salon go better.
President Julius Maada Bio and for tell thank you to the military and farm rest for the decision we then take for go into farming and assure them say and government ready for support them for CC, then plant them where salon people go eat and sell to other country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
The program na Good Morning Salon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We'll go over to Commander. Commander, okay, go ahead.
Yes. You know, two things. One, I'll be talking on the issue of the 50.1+1. Over the time, the history don't show say indeed the presidential candidates them in the very first inning. They need for score the 55% we now the law provide for. Normally, now the power of incumbency, then they make them forget whether na 55 now, 56, or as we see for Pakaba in 2002, we get that massive number there. But the very first inning, it has always been very difficult or even impossible for them to pull 55%. And I just see Shomibola react to me, Mr. Sherif Barry. He was once my classmate. But Sherif Barry, they represent NDA, and he is also, by extension, representing the minor political parties. Them, and you know, normally history don't show say the minor political parties. Them, they really become so much relevant and active. You know, when there is enough because they go for pitch tents. You know, we will say, okay, can't support me. PMDC can't support me. NDA can't support me. So there will always be a kind of memorandum of understanding. So based on that, they say for government. So I understand the position. I understand it from that perspective. But if you look at them from the broader perspective as a nation, we will not done the cost so much. And it's not the fact that 50+1 they produce a president with no representative of the national the country generally, because no president can use just in your own stronghold forget 50%. It's not possible. No president for use 50% or no for produce 50% and just in your hold or stronghold. And this proposal they say, in addition to the 50%, you have to get +1 So you have to go above the 50. And then additionally also, they say 20% of the districts then. But who say that 20% they should be reduced to? I remember the other day, I think I follow one APC MP. They say it's impracticable or it is impossible for a party like APC for pool 20% now all in districts every day. So we think say for be fair enough, I mean we can have 15% instead of 20%. So that everybody will able to participate and get the confidence for sure. Say you able to go across the country and get some reasonable number of voters. Then we go able to bring your party or the policy into power. So I get the other. We'll get to the other as a commission on the issue of transition. I can just slot in quickly. We don't say in this country over time the chaos where they take place, where there is a change of political party or political governance from one party to the other, it's too much. We see exile, it take place, self-exiles, they take place. We see burning of political party houses, even individual private houses. They go loot them, they go burn. So much fights. So we feel say there should be a 3-month transition period. Now, as it is, by this constitution, we get to the 1921 constitution. The moment they announce you, the ECSA announce you as the winner of the election, the next minute they don't swear you in. But we think that is too hasty. And now they create the chaos in the country. So if you say before they swear you in, we forget a transition period within which the person within power by then, the president within power by then, it will be able to make sure say there is a smooth transition period.
Okay. On specifying a month?
Yeah, we say 90 days. 90 days from the moment where they announce the elections. They will swear you in and inaugurate you 90 days thereafter. So that, we will forget a very seamless transition period. Nobody don't need for one for in life, nobody don't need for one away communal in community, nobody don't begin things say, oh, they can't pull them in job, that should be, a seamless transition period so that everybody will portfolio, particularly so the government officials and the ministers they will able for hand over power very in a very seamless manner so that there will be decorum and there will be peace, without that kind of chaos we don't see over time.
Saloon democracy don't reach that level?
Well, that's the point. I'm glad we asked that question there. We don't come a long way. Okay? So if we begin to think now progressively, for now get a country way in a way fit for purpose. We know we want help us get after we change government just because we think say, oh, this person they can't chase me or I don't participate against this person. I don't campaign against this person. So because my party no win, or because I can't come in power now, after then haste for now we come in my country or from come in my village or in my community. So we don't ripe. The country don't ripe enough for them to get a transition period. In fact, in some other countries, they get a whole law on transition. How do you manage a transition? So we the propose say there should be a 90 days period, of transition. That 90 days they will for do a lot of things then. The person way now the president by then when they do the transition, go able to make sure you put things in place. But of course, during that period, go for do any appointments. You understand? For say, I go for make any major appointment. I just administrative business. We will make sure say the handover power powerful, so that there will be, decorum, there will be peace, and the person you can take over. Instead, we will get a clear roadmap. Right. And during that period, the person we don't win, we don't announce. Instead, we'll use the opportunity for set up in cabinets, do things the way, so that as a council, as the inaugurate and so now, or as the sworn in, it will just hit the ground running.
Okay. As we now get better term again, lastly, what do you hope for see from Member of Parliament them as today this bill the come up back in Parliament?
First, I hope say members of Parliament will look at the position paper with the Human Rights Commission and submit, because it's very, very much instructive. If they look at them, I'm sure. And not for just look at them, but for the also need for incorporate them into this whole process of amending the constitution. And I also, like I say initially, they hope say that they will really look at this whole thing from the perspective of a nation. The nationhood really need for get a progressive law. The constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, imagine. Way back in 1991, we passed this constitution. Several things that don't happen, and we don't conduct elections. Them we don't see the challenges we with different elections that we don't conduct, don't teach we. So for learn from those problems and now get the opportunity for address them by way of the supreme law. So I expect say members of parliament for look beyond the political parties then and look at the national interest and put the country first as section 13 of the constitution dictates. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it is for Sierra Leone, not just for SLPP or APC. Because these 10 parties there, they take power, they left power, they take power, they left power. But the nation, they continue for day in place. So for always look at the nation. And I can always say, when you are in power, that is the time, in fact, it will be much more, circumspect. I mean, then maybe it's too big. But if you look at, say, if I go into opposition, the things that I don't do where I didn't power, the laws that I don't pass where I didn't power, will they protect me in opposition? So you get for understand, say, the time we get opportunity, now the time for build institutions, now the time you pass good laws them, so that way you don't need it anymore, then laws and the institution and they will be able to protect you. Okay. And that could promote good governance.
Plenty thank you, Victor Idrissa Lansana, for that submission there. We'll come over to you, Sheriff Barry. The bill, they come up back in Parliament today, and many people hope say today will be the final day. Waiting on a hope for see.
We hope for see Genity Lekotimi brother talk, Mr. Victor Lansana. But one thing we very difficult, some of we read political sociology, we know, say when people they pass law, most of the time, not in your interest. And we don't see that in Sierra Leone. You see the 1964 and Public Order Act, the one we been in a party then term then day, we not been the SLPP, we not be SLPP make that law for mostly APC. And when they left power, the same APC used that law for fight the SLPP. So we make a law where they stand the test of time. And however, 55%, you no go play competition, you say, you know, go into penalty kicks. There is no election where you go say you will avoid runoff. As football, you don't go avoid penalty kicks.
So
you don't avoid that.
NDA they support runoff.
We they support the 55%. If you are popular, presidential election not to pick in play. You get for pull up your muscles, go across the country, talk to all tribes, talk to all sectors in order for you get 55%. And you know, impossible. Like how me and brother say during the second rounds, they get the 55 and above that. Okay. So the same strategy where they use forget the 55% within the power, let they use the same strategy for get the 55% in the first rounds.
Today the bill they go again in the parliament and we round up this program. Apart from the 55%, the NDA also been get a position on the issue of the dual citizenship. In 1 minute, what's now a position on dual citizenship? We
fear when you get dual citizenship, you the compromise your citizenship. Just imagine if we can't get now an Iranians, Sierra Leonean in we parliament. We get Israeli, Sierra Leonean in we parliament. We get Afghanistan people there in we parliament. It is a danger. It is a recipe. They go mortgage.
According to the MPs, the dual citizenship no they defined. The dual citizenship no they define saloon citizenship, and you know they change the narratives like what they say so for get other people or colored people into the parliament.
No, I just make a mention. It not mean say na colored people. The law is very simple about that. Get 2 passports from Sierra Leone and any other country, we then say they exercise or enjoy the dual citizenship. Your position is with the talk of the future, like how Englishman they say premonition for the future. Just imagine you can't get then countries then I don't call. Me Sheriff, I get me Salon passport. I'll go Afghanistan or Iran. I get Iranian citizenship. You can't put me in the parliament. An issue occurred between Iran and Salon, and Iran get money past Salon, then bribe me. I go sell me integrity. I go sell me country. So this is the fear. Okay. We not say in other areas, but as president, as MPs, yeah, let that area be a non-go area. Today? We go there, okay. But the problem is, them people they don't make up now. Then shukublai, then they continue with.
Plenty, thank you for joining me in today's edition of the program. Acting Chairman, National Democratic Alliance, Mr. Sheriff Barry, and Commander. We get 3 minutes for a roundup. What's next from Commander in the pursuits of the?
So I continue for support Madam Tuma if she's interested in running again and in team. Of course,
If she's interested, you get any preempt information?
Well, there's a possibility that she's equally not interested anymore. But I just say if she's interested, they give me support to Ian and the team, and I also ready for provide support to whichever executive or caretaker body will set up. Follow we look into the problems of the bar and let we see how they able to address them. Of course, there is need for let we actually get frank conversation as colleagues. We don't go wrong in many areas, not to just Kenima, not to just Bintu Mani, but way before that, a number of problems be done at the bar. We all need for come together and look into. And this not time for we all accept say we don't do plenty wrongs. We don't fail the people in many ways. And now this not time for we correct the wrongs them. So I am fully in support of a review of the memorandum and articles of association of the company, because like I always don't say that documents they need review, especially the area of elections, because the whole AGM most times we cannot do every other thing correctly, but as it comes to elections it becomes an issue. So now make we be even shocked that why on the very first day where this not just day where we can discuss land on land things them, then the police decide say no, you guys are not entering here. So I was really surprised, but I'm ready to give my full support to whichever team we emerge as winners, or whichever body we will set up for takeover after the current executive, so that we will do the right things for the people of Sierra Leone and the Bar Association.
Let's take we join you inside the program. I just want to take a leave from my producer, Sapchu, and you know that Vice, you surprised on the attitude.
I'm still a member of the bar. I didn't go that day for the AGM. As a matter of fact, this time I don't actually participate in the organization of the entire process, and I did not. I was not a party or a member of the two opposing camps. Them, you know, I not attend the strategic meetings. Them, whether the Tuma camp or the Martina camp, I was not a party to any of them, so I don't really know how all of them think I go. But on the day of that, the first day of the AGM, I had a senior colleague who called me very early in the morning and give me a kind of a tip. Say this thing not go for Commonwealth. Right. So I did not bother to go there. Okay. But I mean, in a nutshell, it's disgraceful. It is what we see. You see, I mean, our tweets. We expect as you know the elites, them the 100% elite organization in this country, the most important organization, you know, or interest-based organization in this country. We still the Palenka here. I think we've run past the stage. Okay. And since I joined the bar, you know, it has been one problem after another. And I think we need to do much more as educated people. Okay. For them understand for be a lawyer, it comes with responsibilities, now a privilege. So we can do better than what we do. So we need for make sure we take conscious effort, make conscious efforts Now, the former AG, with another senior colleague, Chukwemeka, they done the superintend over a kind of organization for let we come together and let we get some frank discussions. The program they own, very soon I'm sure we'll get to a stage where everybody will go and we pour out our minds and actually map out the way forward, how we can be much more respected once again as an organization.
All right.
But I think what we see on Friday, very unfortunate enough for what happened. It was preventable, it was avoidable. But I mean, we saw what we saw, and it's not really good for the optics.
All right.
Just for conclude on this, as I say, members of parliament get for think above the political parties, and like I say also, when you're in power, an opportunity for you to make good laws, to take good decisions, so that those decisions we take today will actually protect you tomorrow. But even as in opposition, it's not for just faith for coming to power. The Constitution, as a matter of fact, it makes you as part of government. Section 35(1), it tell you say 1 and 2. They tell you say una for shape the political will of the people. Una get responsibility for act responsibly as political parties the way they in opposition, or I mean political parties generally, right. They get the responsibility. But I mean, what do they see in this country? It's just about gaining power, but not really doing well for make people understand. For instance, this constitutional review, so we would expect say the politicians, then the political parties, them. They don't get a very big programs. They forget go to the different membership and across the country for talk to them and understand.
Yes, thank you very much, Victor. The bill, if them pass still we get for continue for the program around that. Mr. Sheriff, when we get another term, we'll give you opportunity. Plenty of
responsibility. As opposition,
we said disappointed in the lawyers in the bar association. In a vice chairperson for the Human Rights Commission of Salone, and same also we get Sheriff Barry, acting chairman, NDA party, and also we get Alfred Commander, when a former public relations officer for the Salone Bar Association, and earlier inside program we get Abdul Fatoma, Chief Executive for Campaign for Human Rights and Development International. Plenty thank you guys who are joining inside the program this morning. Well, I have good the curtain door of the program. Good morning, Salon. We come to you live from Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to producer Asapchu Kalon with support from Kabia. Plenty thank you to Abdul Gilen, DJ Kema for in technical support. May Kama Bangu and make una see you live on Facebook. So to meet another 10 minutes, Musman Kamara, have a wonderful day.
Musa Kamara, say bye-bye.